lot of ground around here. So this goes to the river. It's locked, and I probably shouldn't go out there with my adult beverage. This is a mint julep with bourbon in it, which they sell for $9 a piece.
Episode 13.
To create the alleyway we see. They all came from property about a mile away and were between 20 and 40 years old when they were transplanted here.
Sausage and some nasty eggs from the motel.
There are two buildings to the left, into the backside of the final building. There's another exhibit there as well.
The tour guides told us that we can't film while inside the building, so here's a couple of the rooms filmed from the outside. There's obviously going to be a lot more rooms on the tour, and the tour guides will explain the furniture and who lived there and so forth.
To the western plains of Acadiana. The process of planting and growing sugarcane has changed a great deal in 2 centuries.
Appears to be all cypress. Look at that thing. Put that around somebody's neck. It's crazy. So earlier I saw this and I thought it was a swimming pool. That was my first impression. I thought, well, no, there wouldn't be a swimming pool here. It must be something to do with sugarcane processing. And then I asked an employee, and they said, yes, it's a swimming pool built in the 1920s. And they said it's the first swimming pool built in the whole state of Louisiana. And they're undecided if they're gonna demolish it or not. It looks like there was a deck between that there, like a wooden deck maybe, that went to the fireplace. So I'm here for the duration. I'm trying to think about like where I'm gonna put the cameras. I don't want to spook anybody or like upset anybody. I think there's security cameras on the slave quarters. I don't think there's any security cameras over there, so
I'm not sure we're going to put the deer cameras or the baby monitor camera, but I'd like to put them up and leave them for several hours. But I'm hoping to get an EVP just with having an open microphone. Anybody here? Anybody here who can talk to me? Tell me what your name is. You gotta be real loud so I can hear it. Getting some goosebumps. Hand holding this deer camera and kind of like moving it around, aiming at different trees and stuff. See if I can get something to peek out from behind a tree if I'm lucky. I guess I'm gonna walk all the way down to the end of the sidewalk. Go a little closer. Get a little closer. Alright, I just put a deer camera right there, sitting on the roots. 2 minutes ago, I was over there and I saw something that went from the corner in between these trees, and it was like I moved, and then I moved my eyes to catch up with it, and then it moved like there and it went off that way. And it was about the height of a person, but you know, maybe it's my floaters. What, are you just hiding in the house? Can you come out here just for a minute? Alright. I'm getting 0 hits, nothing. When I reviewed this footage, I noticed something shiny on the bottom of the frame, which is just the IR light reflecting off of the glossy paint of the lawn chair. Then I noticed a figure, which is probably just a case of pareidolia, but it does kind of look like a figure in a formal outfit, like a military outfit, and his elbows are sticking out like he's holding something. Is that you? But the side that faces the river, I'm sitting on the patio out here. I was watching a video and it felt like somebody came up behind me and was watching over my shoulder for about 5 seconds. I wanted to see what I was looking at. When Ghost Hunters was here, I don't think they did anything with these slave quarters. They probably don't want to highlight slave life, or, you know, stay away from that. It's kind of a PR nightmare, probably. And I got 3 cameras set up, so I'm just gonna sit on a screen porch and watch the monitor and go get the cameras in a few hours.
Looking pretty sharp. I doubt I'm gonna see anything. I'm not even really seeing animals like squirrels and birds. I can hear birds, but I'm not really seeing any during the day.
System down, system down. It appears that the camera has fallen over, and for some reason the timestamp is gone. So I guess I gotta go check on it and stand it back up.
The camera did not fall over. It's not receiving commands. I'm gonna try it at this close distance. Maybe I can get it to work. Nope, that's not receiving. I'm gonna have to reboot.
Started getting the goosebumps. I was hearing some noises over here, probably just a squirrel changing position in its nest and knocked out a couple of leaves or nuts. Had to readjust its nuts. And there was like 2 or 3 little noises, and then I kind of got some goosebumps, like there's someone standing here. Anybody here who can talk to me? Are you from Louisiana? Or did somebody bring you here against your will? Are you buried here? Meanwhile, I am gonna go sit down and scratch my legs. I don't think there's gonna be anything. Carrying backpacks and equipment cases of stuff by myself. This is like luxury version of ghost hunting. I kept checking this camera that's trained on these slave quarters while I was in other areas of the property, and there is an image that appears next to a tree that is over several hours. It stays in the same place. It's probably nothing. It's probably the pareidolia. It's a trick of light and shadows with the things in the background and, you know, the pixels, and so it's probably nothing. And I want to point out that these trees here are probably not original to when there was slaves there. They don't look that old. Maybe they were, I don't know. But if they were there back when the slaves inhabited these cabins, these were probably saplings. And I don't think this plantation was known for a lot of violent acts, but it does kind of look like there's some figures hanging from the tree there on the left, or that tree there. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody too much. I realize this is a sensitive subject. This is a part of American history, unfortunately. It's probably nothing. As I've said, this is probably just a trick of light and shadow. The tree where that figure seemed like it was at. And I don't see him. No. There's nothing showing up on the SLS. something that looked like it was peeking out from the left side of that big tree there. And I thought it was a pixel that was, you know, dragging behind or something. It was like a darker pixel. But I've been watching it for like 5 minutes, and the dark pixel hasn't come back. So now I don't know if there was really something there or not.